Hello, it's Nick from the Fighting 29th. Colt's not here, so guess what? We're going to talk about Taekwondo. Taekwondo. We all know Taekwondo is superior to Judo. No one wants to talk about Judo. Everyone wants to talk about Taekwondo. Colt's not even here, so what is he now? So, today, what we're going...
Alright, so like...
Wait,
so I think... Wait, what are you doing here?
I was trying to bring style and class to this, but I guess I didn't wear a uniform or get the dress code memo.
Alright, let's start the show. Glad to be back here on the Fighting 29th. We took March off. You know why? Do you know why we took March off? Because we had so much cool stuff going on.
We did.
And what did we have?
We had Governor's Cup. You had Judo Nationals and Ames. Judo for karate.
Judy for karate demonstration.
Yes, yeah. You should talk about that first.
Definitely should. March 3rd, we did a little demonstration at the Japan Karate Do organization here at the University of Iowa, giving them good balance and stability drills to use in their karate. So when you want to do those high kicks, you can stand your feet if people want to grab up on you. So we worked on that, and everybody seemed pretty into that and very receptive. But that very day, fortunately March 3rd, there was a Grandmaster Pack banquet.
Yes.
And what happened there?
So every year, Iowa State, around March 6th, they have a big banquet for the Grandmaster that retired from there in 2013. He was there from 1973 to 2013, so he taught there for 40 years. And in 40 years, he taught over 35,000 students. So every year, we get together and kind of celebrate him and talk about him. It's not 35,000 students, of course, but it was probably, I think they said probably around 300 people this year. And usually we do it around that day because March 6th in the city of Ames is officially Martial Arts Day. It's an official holiday granted by the mayor because the Grandmaster there became the most influential martial artist of all time in 2010, 2011. He was given that award, and it was on March 6th. So they declared that day Martial Arts Day. So we always try to have banquet and celebrate as close as we can to that day. So
cool.
We had it that day. We went down. Colt and I both went down.
And I forgot to take pictures, but you got pictures.
I do. I got pictures.
Right? I had a good-looking suit too, even better than this one. I had a good-looking suit. I was looking pretty good, but of course I can't prove that. But I was there. People saw me.
Yes, and it was very formal. We dress up. You wear suits and tuxes, and some women get ball gowns or prom dresses, and just everyone goes. And the morning of, Grandmaster Park teaches Taekwondo, Hapkido, and Judo. He teaches all 3 classes, and you get to go down and learn from him and kind of do that. And then at night we have the banquet, and martial artists get together. It's always a fun time. So we have that in March as well. So right the same day of Judo for karate. So
yeah, same day, and they were getting ready for the collegiate judo champions the very next week.
Sure.
The very next thing, really big thing, really cool thing they put on, put judo on the map. A lot of good competitors from West Point, San Jose State, and some black horses came up. One in the final from like a community college too. And Ames had a lot of really good. They got a lot of silvers, and then, but man, and we'll show you the footage of the finals, but every match was like ended in ippon of some case. There wasn't one no penalty ending. Like, what really happened? Why were we watching? Every match was competitive, and every match was like exciting in the end, which is hard to do in a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you get two good guys, and they just kind of want to nullify each other.
And for those of you that are watching judo, I know Iowa State said they're going to try to host every like 3 or 4 years, so you'll have another opportunity to see that judo at the collegiate level probably in a couple of years when they host again. So
It's a very different thing, yeah.
It is.
And especially when you don't have the kids,
and
things run a little smoother.
Yes, definitely. Collegiate martial arts is something that's growing. It's on the rise. It's just as competitive as NCAA athletics, whether it's taekwondo, judo. I know karate has their own organization. So, people should definitely tune in and start watching that and supporting it. So, especially if you're a martial artist in this area, you should definitely watch it, and helps you with kind of getting your students and progressing them to the college level. So
For sure. And they had novice divisions too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
for
that was
color
cool.
belts,
Yeah, with that, we got some footage of that, which we're going to show you on another show. Nick and I will be giving our color commentary on the festivities for that. And then running right after that, 2 weeks later, Governor's Cup for judo and taekwondo.
Mhm.
How was Taekwondo Jumpers Cup for University of Iowa?
University of Iowa did really well. We took, I think it was 22 athletes this year. Placed 4th place, 2 points behind 3rd. Last year we got 2nd and we were 1 point behind 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So this year, kind of a decline, but it's still, the students go out and they work hard and try hard, and it's not about really winning, it's about them learning, and they learned a lot. But it's always good to take home that trophy. And
We still got a couple golds.
So yeah, we did. We had a black belt division. Our black belt male, he got a gold medal. Some of our color belts got golds. We had a couple of black belt males that got like in the lighter weights that also got gold as well. So it works out. Even though we brought 22, there were some schools that brought 40. Another school that brought 45. So we were able to at least compete with those schools, so I don't feel too bad. So
Real quick though, what are the different competitions in a taekwondo?
So competition, the way you're scored is, their first one is pumse, which is forms. It's kind of a set of formations that you see that move, and there's a certain pattern that you do. That's one. The next one then would be demonstration, which is kind of what you see in the movies and kind of what you imagine, I think most Americans and what most people imagine what martial arts is. It's kind of, they go out there and they do these kind of movements, and then there's board breaking, there's a demonstration of sparring, throwing. It's a combination of judo, taekwondo, hapkido, karate, kickboxing,
Okay.
all that kind of stuff.
So the pumse, and then what's
And
the
then
competition?
And then the last part is sparring, or kyurugi, what we call it in taekwondo. And that is kind of more of the stand-up kicking. It's full contact. You can knock your opponent out. No punching to the face, but you can kick to the face and punch to the body. So, and we'll go over scoring some other time, or maybe a different show, or briefly touch on it. But it's definitely entertaining to watch and fun.
Mhm.
So.
And then the choreography, right? Or what? Is
Yeah,
there a
the
greater word for
demonstration.
that?
Yep. Yeah. So we don't have a demonstration. They don't have a word for that. They just call it demo as well.
Okay.
Essentially, the demo is very fun to watch. The demo is it's usually an entire team. So maybe the team that won, Bruce's Taekwondo. They're located in Cedar Rapids. They have like 50 people on their demonstration team, so all ages, all ranks, and they kind of go out there and they perform kind of a skit. It's kind of like an 8-minute short film, kind of live though, kind of like a theater performance. So it's always fun to watch those. They do weapons, board breaking, forms. Sometimes they do sparring or some kind of skit or something like that. So that's always fun. That's kind of a new event that people are doing and kind of have fun on. So
cool. And then right by, we were in the very same room, had the Judo Governor's Cup, which was a hoot. We were glad to bring 6 people, but 6 game people, and 4 of them were black belts. Yeah, 4 of them were black belts, two novices, and everybody competed well, and I was really fascinated. There was some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys that came in from Des Moines, and they were very competitive. They were still kind of learning the rules, and thank God they were, because they were extremely tough. So yeah, it was great. I competed in the under 200 and the above 220, which is why my neck kind of hurts. But it was good times. It was good times. Everybody, of course, will show pictures, a little footage, but the main thing you want to see is the college nationals. That's where they're really exciting.
Taekwondo is the same way, so
Yeah.
it's always fun.
And so what do we got coming up?
April, there is now the National Collegiate Taekwondo Championships, April 7th. You can actually stream that live and watch that which is becoming more and more popular for the parents. This year, it's slated to have over 800 athletes and over 175 colleges there this year. So it's a pretty big event this year. And they also combine it with the high school nationals as well. High school individual nationals, I should say. And those are so that colleges can scout the high schoolers and bring them up to the college level. So they're usually on Friday. Then the color belts for college and black belt Pumse, the forms, they go on Saturday, and then Sunday is all black belt sparring or Kirugi, whatever you want to call it, and that's all day Sunday. So that's generally how they break that up. Weigh-ins are Thursday night, so it's usually about a 4 to 5 day event that we go down there. This year it's in Washington D.C. at American University, and then it switches from East Coast, West Coast to the Midwest. So next year we'll be in the Midwest. So
cool. And so on the show, we have the second part that I'm going to put up of the Judo for Karate demonstration, our commentary on the Judo Nationals, and we're hoping to interview the Iowa City fencing.
Sure. And what pictures of banquet, what pictures of Governor's Cup, videos of Governor's Cup. I got a video of a 8th degree Grandmaster straight from Korea, is ranked #1 in the world from 2006 to about 2009, doing his form, which is amazing to watch. You don't get very many opportunities to do that, so I recorded his form, so we'll get to show that on camera as well. So
cool. So for April's going to be a really exciting month too. So yeah. Boom. Here with Nick Messerschmidt, going to give you some color commentary on the 2018 Collegiate Judo Championships in Ames on March 11th. A lot of good matches, so don't blink because you just might miss the finish. Alright, the first match we're going to watch is between Richard Marlin and Yanji Hui of Ames. Richard Marlin is from Cali Baptist. I've met Yanji Hui a couple times.
he's in the blue,
Yeah.
and Richard Marlin is in the white for people
Yeah.
who are watching.
But Jan, he's always been like a super nice guy. I've never seen him without a smile on his face. Oh! Oh, did that score? It looked pretty strong. That guy, he just manhandled him. That was a little bit. You think that was a little bit mean? Yeah, the ref said mate, but
That was good.
he's definitely very aggressive. And this is the final match. They both guys had tough guys beforehand. Jan's struggling for grips. Looks like he's trying to work that Seoi on the inside. Oh, he's getting that collar. Oh! But he turned out. He landed on the stomach. So he just about got it. And Richard's just charging forward.
California always has good schools and everything, and every martial art they do, a lot of them in judo, taekwondo.
Oh, tried to drop Seoi, but Richard. Oh, now he's trying to turn him. But Jan keeping a good base. He's trying to set up the triangle from the bottom. And now maybe a turnover, armbar. Jan keeps a good base though. And wait for the restart. What do you think? Who do you think's winning this one, Nick?
I would say probably Marlon. I'd give it to him. He's more of the aggressor. he's had some. He's very fluent in what he's doing. He's pushing the progress.
Oh, Traseo attempt, but Jan gets off his back.
Hui is good at defending though, so I mean he's doing just as well.
He looks a little hurt. Oh God. He kind of, after he falls down, he kind of shoves him across the mat. I mean, I see it's definitely assertive, but looks a little vulgar. I think when he was pushing him, dragging him across the mat, he probably hurt his ribs a little bit. But he's still being a champ. He still wants to finish the match. I think he scored a Wazari. He's got a Wazari scored on him. Which, if you get 2 Wazaris, you win the match. They changed that back. The 2 Wazaris, there's like a half point. Gripping battle here. And, oh, powerful sailing. Okay. He made it look really easy. Okay, next we got Shadi Ibrahim and Sky Bruce for the women's 57th kilogram. And a lot of times when you see women fight, there's very similar principles, but they have a different strategy. The grips are much faster.
One thing I think in Taekwondo as well, women seem to be more strategic than men in a lot of combat sports.
Yeah.
A lot of times I think, men come out and kind of are more the aggressors, and when women, they're more of a thinker.
Trying to work an armbar from the bottom. She stayed right on her. Oh, well, can she pull it out? Is she going to be, I don't know. You don't see these arm bars very often. So that's why it's really a cool thing when you see it, because so many people are so good at burying their elbow. But she looks like she might slip out. She looks like she might slip out. It all depends if that arm's still in between the legs. Is the arm in between the legs?
Roll it over.
And then when she puts the leg back across the head, oh, it's still in there. It's still in there. Nice. Nice. Always good. So far, 2 Ippons. Moving right along. I think this is going to be... Okay, this is Cooper
fighting in the white gi
and Leonardo Subiza.
Leonardo Subiza. And in the blue gi from San Jose State University.
San Jose State is like one of the few, like actual judo is like a program, like a sports program, not just like a club.
Yeah, there's a couple of colleges in the U.S. Cal Berkeley is the same way. They even have their own martial arts department.
And Leonardo Subiza, just at Hudson Community College in New Jersey, I believe. He's obviously has a background himself in judo. He's not. It's amazing to think somebody from a community college is competing against like Division I level college.
And that's the thing about martial arts is that that can happen.
I was lucky enough to interview afterwards, and he told me a lot about kind of how the tournament went, and had some advice for new upcomers. Working for Uchimata, but he turns out.
Nice defense.
Turns out, they're trying to do that fight from the side, not wanting to give each other the pulling hand. The hand across is the one that pulls them across the chest. Oh, he's working for a pin from the top. Now this is Tato Shiogatame, or like as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu they say, the mount. Very hard pin to hold somebody down and control unless you really got somebody wrapped up.
And he's getting that leg underneath.
He's fighting on the bottom, but he just can't. So you got 15 seconds to hold that pin. And it doesn't look like he's making progress, Nick.
He's done.
And that's Osai Komi. A really overpowering win for Leonardo Spiza. Alright, this is 81 kilos with Aldine Baxter and Greg West. Aldine is from A&M and Greg is from San Jose. So they're both some pretty big judo giants for collegiate judo. And I saw this guy. He was just smashing all the way. I think he just... It's funny, sometimes you see somebody smash all the way to the finals and the guy that had to work the hardest is the one that gets the champion.
That is true.
But sometimes not the other way around. But I saw him smash. It didn't seem like he had a hard match the whole tournament. Talking about... Turn out. And he tries to set up a collar choke, but he moves away from it. Greg does. Working a high grip. High grip is very strong, has a lot of pull to it. Even after he gets him down, he doesn't stop the pressure. Referee telling them to fix their gis. Very gentlemanly. Which is usually good. A lot of guys pull out your gi on purpose because they want like to kind of pull you down and set up like a seoi nage or a back carry from. You can do it even without an arm, even though it's traditionally an arm throw. Oh, right on the back. Yep, that's an ippon. I was jabbing. I missed the action. Powerful win by Greg West. You know, he was pressing it the whole time. That wasn't just a lucky break. He was pushing him the whole match.
Oh, and
I think he's hurt.
injury here.
Yeah, he fell pretty hard, and I don't think he thought he was going to go over there, but he did. That's the worst one when you don't think... and now we're at all the way up at the 90 kilos. And Texas A&M, Max, and Samir Strentfield from West Point. West Point really had a lot of good showings at the novice, but they had some guys in the open rank too. They just had a lot of people. I was wondering why all these guys had the same haircut.
And you can see West Point team sitting in the back there.
Yeah.
All of those in the black paint on the black coats.
Yeah. And I saw Max competing in the Chicago, the Irvin Cohen tournament too. So he travels a lot, just on his own, competing. I think he's usually in a lighter weight class, so he was a small guy for 90 kilos. Until I saw him take off his gi, and he was pretty yoked.
West Point's always had good martial arts programs, so...
Yeah. Oh, so being the shorter guy, it's hard to keep your opponent always gets that high grip. You need to build a really strong back because it's so easy to pull you down, but you can't let him pull you down. He gets a high grip again, but the belt grip. Max gets the belt grip and still sets him on his stomach. Still no score. Trying to Uchimata. I think he's just trying to see what happens. But oh, Tayotoshi, Lazari, and he might go for the pin. Oh, but Max turns out. But that was a pretty. It's pretty convincing throw. But Max, strong competitor, lands out on his stomach and avoids the pin. Puts his hand up by his neck to avoid the choke. So they're about halfway into the match on the time. And Max just lets him get the high grip. I was amazed. He doesn't mind getting pulled down. Because I think he's trying to lift him up. Oh, turns out again. Oh, he tries to reverse him when he rushes in, but still not enough to get him over. I don't know. It looks like Samir's really taking it to him, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, definitely.
He looks so much bigger though. At least so much taller. I guess you can't really tell how big people are underneath the puffy geese. But he's constantly attacking.
Well, there we go.
Oh, and he grabs the belt. Oh, but he turns out. Nice. Tries it again. Oh, Rosari, we're tied. We're tied again. That's the thing. You don't want to let your ego get the better of you when somebody knocks you down on your knees in judo, because then they can finish. Like, if you run in and get too overzealous when you have a bad base, they can flip you over. So it doesn't look as cool, but a lot of times if you feel like you're going to fall, you just need to fall on your knees and go to the fetal position.
That's the good thing about judo is they have nice transitions for people that know what they're doing. And it looks good. It looks very nice.
So, yeah, if Samir would have been like, oh, I didn't get the throw, but I'm going to kind of chill out. But he tried to go for the win, and that's how Max scored on him. But you know what? You got to do something. You know, you got to press the action, and he's really doing that. And actually, Max looks like he's just kind of trying to counter him. I think the camera guy got a little too excited and forgot to finish the follow the competitors. Oh, but that's okay. Nobody scored anything yet. Nice. Samir's just constantly attacking. Always on him with that high grip. Oh, missed the Uchimata. And I think Max might get a stalling penalty here. He's definitely trying to keep the bigger guy away. He likes that belt grip. Almost like a sumo wrestler. But Samir gets right up. He is not tired at all. Oh. Oh, and then the other throw, and then, So Max finally sees the opportunity to turn him over on his back. That's amazing, because usually after you try and lift somebody 3 times and you don't did it, you're not going to get it the 4th time just because you get tired.
But Blue is hurt himself.
But he won. It's better to limp away a winner than walk away. That's not an official martial arts principle, but that's what happened in that match. I don't know, Nick, what'd you think?
Well, you know, I haven't done a lot of judo, but I definitely, after seeing that, would watch more and interested in seeing more and learning more about judo.
Yeah, I mean, there was no gray line about who won those matches.
And I think at that level, you know, for people who've never seen judo or don't understand, you should look at that college level or higher. You know, I think that's a good level to start. It's a clear, definite what the rules are, how it should be performed, what it should look like.
You